Hi guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona. And in this video, I'm talking about how to identify the best time to upgrade your hearing aid technology. Coming up. If you were to ask 10 different hearing care professionals when is the best time to upgrade your hearing aid technology, you would likely receive 10 different answers. Some may tell you after your manufacturer warranty expires, and others may tell you that you should upgrade your technology after a predetermined amount of time. There are good reasons for most of these recommendations because most of them have at least some merit. But I want to spend some time discussing what I think are the 5 best ways to identify if now is the best time for you to upgrade your hearing aid technology. But before I get into each one of these reasons, if you could do me a huge favor and click the like button, it really helps out my channel because it gets these videos in front of a broader audience. And while you're at it, if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that as well because that ensures that you never miss one of my new videos. That being said, I really appreciate it. Now let's get into each one of those reasons. The first reason you should consider upgrading your technology is if you lose your hearing aids or if you damage them beyond the point that they can be repaired. Now I know that this may seem like a no-brainer, but during the pandemic we saw more loss and damage claims than we have ever seen before. So if you pay your deductible, you can actually get a replacement set of devices that are the exact same make and model. But if you've already used your loss and damage claim, then you cannot use it again through the hearing aid manufacturer, which means that this may be a really good time to actually upgrade your technology. The second reason you should consider upgrading your hearing aid technology is if the cost of repairs is becoming prohibitively expensive. Just like an older car that may need constant repairs, hearing aids can get to the point where the cost of upkeep on an older hearing aid could be better spent if it was invested in a newer piece of technology that doesn't need to be repaired as much. At some point you have to realize that that money would be better invested in a newer set of technology rather than putting band-aids on your old hearing aids. The third reason you should consider newer hearing aid technology is if your hearing aids are over the age of 4 years old. Is it possible to continue using hearing aids past the age of 4 years old? Of course, the answer to that is yes. There are a lot of individuals who use older hearing aids successfully, especially if they've had consistent preventative maintenance performed on their hearing aids by their hearing care professional. However, it is typically around this 4-year mark where hearing aid technology has advanced significantly enough where you would notice a significant difference between the newer hearing aids and your older hearing aids. This naturally leads me into the fourth reason why you may want to consider upgrading your hearing aid technology, which is when there is a major feature improvement that has never been done before. Throughout history, there have been a number of major feature upgrades to hearing aids. For instance, in the mid-1990s, we saw the release of the first 100% digital hearing aid. In the early 2000s, we saw the release of the first receiver and canal hearing aid. And in 2013, we saw the release of the first Bluetooth-compatible hearing aids that could stream audio directly from a smart device into your hearing aids without an intermediary device. Each of these major feature improvements would have justified upgrading your hearing aid technology even if your hearing aids were significantly less than 4 years old. Well, we just saw another major feature improvement with the development of the m&rie receiver by ReSound, today's video sponsor. To provide you with some context, the vast majority of hearing aids that are dispensed today are what we like to call receiver and canal devices, otherwise known as RICs. The concept of a RIC hearing aid is that a portion of the hearing aid actually sits behind your ear, where it has the battery, the microphones, and the computer chip that processes the incoming sound. It then has a wire that goes down into your ear canal, which has a receiver on the end of it that is inside of your canal. Think of this receiver as the speaker. The microphones collect the sound, the chip processes the sound, and then the sound is sent into your ear canal to the receiver where it is amplified for you to hear better. The biggest disadvantage of this style of hearing aid is that the microphones actually sit behind your ears, which means that you lose all of the benefits of the pinna effect. The pinna effect provides a variety of different benefits when it comes to hearing, including being able to identify where sound is coming from, helping you focus on that sound, and helping you hear more naturally in a background noise situation. Now, if you want to learn more about the pinna effect, then I highly recommend that you check out my more detailed video where I discuss the pinna effect that I will link in the description. The reason that the new m&rie receiver on the ReSound One hearing aid should make you consider upgrading your technology is because it solves this problem of losing the pinna effect by taking the microphone microphones from behind your ears and putting them back inside of your ears. M&rie actually stands for microphone and receiver in ear, and it's pretty amazing how ReSound figured out how to include this microphone on the back of a receiver that goes entirely inside of your ear canal. Some of the real-world benefits of taking these microphones and placing them back inside of your ears include better speech understanding and noise capability, and reducing listening effort versus traditional microphone placement behind your ear. Users also report that things sound more natural because that sound is collected inside the ear canal as nature intended, instead of behind the ear. The crazy thing is that this is the first time in history that anyone has successfully figured out how to place a microphone inside of your ear using receiver in canal technology in order to preserve the benefits of the pinna effect and still keep all the other advanced features available in this style of hearing aid. One of the other major benefits of taking these microphones and putting them inside of your ear canals is that it significantly reduces the perception of wind noise, which can be a major problem for these traditional microphone placements behind your ears with a receiver and canal hearing aid. I also want to reiterate that the M&rie receiver allows you to better localize which direction sound is coming from because it gives you back more of your natural pinna effect. This is one of the major complaints of a lot of individuals with hearing loss, is that they can't identify which direction sound is coming from, but this is not a problem with the M&rie receiver on the ReSound One hearing aids. Major hearing aid feature improvements like the M&rie receiver are what make the decision to upgrade your hearing aid technology a much easier one. Hold on, I'm not done yet, because the fifth reason to upgrade your hearing aid technology is if your older hearing aid technology is no longer capable of treating your hearing loss. Hearing losses typically progress over time, which means the hearing aids that you are wearing right now may no longer be capable of optimally treating your level of loss. Depending on the type of hearing aid that you have, you may need to consider new hearing aid technology to accommodate your new level of hearing loss. This is especially true if you also need access to other assistive listening devices to help you hear better in background noise or over a long distance. Sometimes your hearing care professional can be limited on what they can do with your existing technology if it's no longer capable of treating your level of hearing loss, which makes the decision to upgrade your technology a no-brainer. Knowing the best time to upgrade your hearing aids can be a little confusing, but it doesn't have to be. If any one of these 5 reasons that I just gave for upgrading your technology happens to resonate with you, then now might be the perfect time for you to upgrade your hearing aid technology so you can start hearing your absolute best. That's it for this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you liked the video, please share it. And if you want to see other videos just like this one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, feel free to check out my website, drcliffaud.com.